Hey, welcome back to another episode of Real Men Unscripted. I'm Derek.
I'm Domingo, welcome back. And we have Ethan back again. We have the guy that's blaming me for his last story back.
I gotta give them to you guys this time.
So we're going to make him tell two this time.
So we're this is part two with Ethan Lacero. I'm the baby of my family. He's the baby of his family.
That he knows of.
That he knows of.
With my current wife.
Just
kidding. He's a baby. I don't have any other kids.
So why don't you tell the audience what you do now, full time, what you did,
what station you're at.
What got you into that, all that good stuff.
So I'm currently work for the Clark County Fire Department.
Red line.
There we go.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, work for the Clark County Fire Department. Been on for about a year now. Just got off my probation.
Ooh, that's why he could be on here.
No longer a rookie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right now I'm just kind of stuck in the southwest part of the valley, but I kind of float around, bounce station to station as they need.
So what would be for people that don't live in, or that maybe live here in Vegas, don't know, what would be southwest?
I always like to kind of categorize it as west of the 15 and then south of Blue Diamond.
So you have, Southern Highlands.
Yeah, pretty much Southern Highlands, Mountains Edge.
Oh.
He's coming to
So
call.
that's probably easy.
He's coming to call here in your house.
Not with the fire department.
In your neighborhood. As a
Oh, really? Huh.
He's talking
But
about
this
that.
is on the east side of the 15, but.
What?
Well, that was when I was before the fire department.
No, that's before the fire department.
Oh, gotcha.
But he's going to get into the whole timeline.
Okay, so you is it just like TV? Do you have the little pole from the second floor down to the first floor?
I actually just talked about this. I think there are 2 fire stations
That have poles.
in all of Las Vegas, or Clark County, I guess.
That still have poles.
There's plenty of poles here. They're just at different clubs, right? They're not in.
There's a lot of fire on them, too.
Yeah, we don't have too many of those. Too many people are getting hurt.
Well, not only that,
Complaints.
they don't even have 2-story firehouses anymore.
So you've been there the whole year, or did you start somewhere else and end up
For the
there?
most part. Yeah, I've been at the same station, same guys.
Oh, okay.
Every here and there, like sporadically. Like I went to the east side. I worked through the strip for a shift. Kind of bounced around in that same little area at different stations. But for the most part, yeah, I've been at the same station.
Okay. And how long was? So you did we talked about in the last episode where you did the Explorer thing, and then so how was the how long's the academy? How was it?
Well, how was the Explorers program, though? Like, how do you get in?
Okay.
Yeah. So
what's our expectations?
to me, I was a part of the Clark County Fire Department Explorer program, and I actually like to go back and teach it too. Kind of get back to the younger generation that wants to be firefighters. So basically, it's
Younger generation, he's 22.
Yeah.
but it's for young adults that from 16 to ours is 21 that just want to kind of see if a career in the fire service is for them, or if they already know, it's for them to get introduced to it, fine tune their skills, kind of see what entails a career in the fire service.
Now, is it mostly for those that age group? Are they just like washing rigs, or do they ever get to go with you on a call?
No, it's pretty cool. Like I said, 16 to 21, they go to our training center, which is pretty much in the heart of Las Vegas, and they get to do everything the academy does. So they do morning inspection, make sure the uniform's nice, polished up, or boots are polished, uniforms pressed. Then we usually have class time, go through the book. We have quizzes, PowerPoint slides, so we teach them a class. And then we do skills rotations. So it's usually 2 or 3 skills rotations that, then basic skills like maybe throwing a ladder, catching a hydrant, pulling a hose. Whatever we want to do that day, we'll go out and do them. And then the more experienced explorers, we call them red shirts, they actually have the opportunity to do ride-alongs.
Oh, okay.
If they have the chance, they get to do those same skills. Like if they go on a fire call, they get to maybe catch a hydrant or do anything outside of the IDLH or the firehouse or whatever it may be. So
What's IDL?
What's IDLH?
it's the
Inner perimeter.
immediate danger to life and health.
Okay.
So basically,
I was gonna.
burn structure.
I didn't know all the acronyms, but I was thinking that away from the fire is what I was thinking.
Yeah,
so
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah, where they don't get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
So is it true if a car like in? Do you ever watch Chicago Fire?
I haven't, but I've seen like
It's my favorite show. One of my favorite shows. I know it's all fake.
Well,
I'm
Cruz
sure.
looks like that
but-
guy.
If a car parks in front of a fire hydrant, are you gonna bust out the windows and drag it through?
I've never seen it, but if there's a house burning, we will do it.
So don't park in front of a
I
fire
don't-
hydrant.
I'm sure you guys have seen stuff on Instagram or something where the NYFD guys do it. And,
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen it here. Like I said, I don't know if we do it. I've never seen it.
So you don't know if that's a policy? You should probably know that policy.
I don't know. We usually like to protect property. But
Well, he's not the hydrant guy though, because he's a rook.
yeah.
Oh.
It's
hydrant guy's the
usually
one that
an
does
engineer's
that.
job.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
Remember,
never
he's a
seen
rook.
it
He
done.
goes in the fire.
I'm not a rookie anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
So-
That right.
So talk for people that don't know the fire. Like I would only know from watching Truck 81 on Chicago Fire.
Chicago Fire.
They ride four in a
You gotta keep going, like how he did community first.
oh
Because he
Car
did
launch
Explorer, he did the college, and then you went to what?
okay.
Talk about
okay.
a little bit about
So-
your EMT. Do a little bit about how hard the EMT, because you're actually an advanced. You're not the regular. You're an advanced. So what's the difference? How hard is it? And then community too. So do a little
Look
bit.
at your
of
dad knows. He knows your stuff, man.
He's followed me along.
Yeah, right on.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't know, but he would say, "Don't go to the training center when he was an Explorer." But I would go and I'd park.
I saw
I'd park
him
at a
a couple times,
distance,
But yeah,
just so I could see them do the
I
skills.
was-
You can't miss that truck from a distance, or would he be in his
No, it's a
mom's
Honda,
car?
green
Oh.
Honda.
I always saw him.
Okay, so you after the Explorer program, you did community
Yeah.
handling.
So I went to CSN. I did EMT. Funny enough, I actually failed that the first time. So I did another course somewhere else and got taught up a little bit better by one of his buddies actually.
Mm.
He taught my class and he was a phenomenal teacher. So I had no problems there. Did all that. I started working at community ambulance as a basic EMT. And there, it's a little different. So they do 911 and they do special events medicine. So that's kind of where I was stuck for 6 months, maybe. Just going to different events and being on.
Yeah, we went to that game one time. You were working, and then we had to run in
Oh,
the
the
rain
casino.
over to from the
Oh,
casino
yeah,
to
yeah.
the. Oh my gosh, that was.
Parking, though.
Yeah, it was free park. That's why we went there. Next time, forget the free, man. I'll pay to not walk through all that water.
Yeah, that sucked.
Oh my
That
God.
did suck.
Because it doesn't rain much here, and when it does, everything floods. And this didn't mean to interrupt you, but yeah.
But as a young guy, as a young EMT who wanted to get in the action, that sucked because you never really did anything.
Yeah.
Like I've seen Keith Urban maybe 20 times.
Nice.
The show got old after like the third time. I've seen some cool stuff like football games, like UNLV Raiders. We do hockey games now, soccer, literally anything you think of, concerts. So it's pretty cool, especially like I'm trying to get him into it because it's fun. Like especially if you're an older guy, you just kind of want to enjoy a free game or something. You might have to work here and there.
Yeah, right.
It's nothing crazy. But yeah, it was pretty boring as a young guy. So I went and got my advanced EMT, which is the next step up. So it goes EMT basic, advanced, and then paramedic. So I'm kind of like that intermediate level. So that was, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty easy because you already have a solid baseline with the basic. And then advanced, you're just adding a couple more skills like IVs, a little bit more medications, advanced airways and stuff like that. So.
And are you going to try to get your paramedic
Yeah,
while you're
100%.
still doing the fire? Because you can do both, right?
Yeah, they'll send you to school and you can do all that.
And it's more money. You get more money
A
for
lot
that?
They get
more
a pretty
money.
good chunk of change.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
Then do it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to do it. I was actually supposed to do it before I got hired, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, we were planning on it. Him and his brother go to
Yeah,
it.
so I did that. Got on a 911 truck with my good buddy now. and we had some fun. I probably had the worst schedule in all of Clark County. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. No weekends at all to myself. So, but it was a good time. It was a good partner. We had a lot of fun running calls, doing a lot of cool stuff.
And that was in the rig in the
like
ambulance. Yeah. That's
911.
And you guys have to sleep in those things, right? Like go under a bridge or something?
We usually find a quiet spot and snooze off a little bit in between calls, turn the radio up real loud.
yeah.
Now, when you guys eat, can you guys eat inside or the business, or it has to be in the rig?
We generally don't like to. Me and my partner kind of like to not be seen,
Oh.
so we kind of like to lay low, maybe go somewhere.
So you don't want to go get that half off free food or anything?
Well, they still get it.
We did, yeah.
when
We
they
roll
roll up
outside,
to it.
but like eating, like we didn't
Oh,
want to be
yeah.
in the middle of everything.
Because people have issues and then they come up and ask you
Yeah,
stuff,
right.
and then you never
Yeah.
get your food.
Right. Like if it's a real emergency, like they're gonna call us anyway.
Yeah,
We'll be
yeah.
right there. But
Right.
when we're working, you kind of just like to be to yourself a little bit. But those trucks were uncomfortable.
You mean you didn't sleep in the gurney?
No, on all of them. If you were really tired, yeah, you would.
I wouldn't touch that.
And I think your brother said you guys actually got to ride together one time or something.
We never rode together.
Oh,
We had a
no.
call
I
together.
asked
They
that
had
and
a
he
call
said,
together.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that was
you
the
never
thing.
did, right. Okay.
They didn't let family.
Mm.
Imagine the trouble these two would have got in.
I would have been his senior, so that would have been fun. I was hoping.
I was my brother's. I was a sergeant. He was a deputy.
I was
And he's
hoping.
7 years older than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it would have been fun, but unfortunately, no. Carter's in the line.
and then you did that for how long before you got on?
Almost 2 years, about a year and a half.
Okay.
Just pretty much until I was tested.
And then,
But he enjoyed it, though, because he would come home and he couldn't wait to tell me whatever the story
yeah, I had a
was.
lot of, there was a lot
He
of
was
cool stuff.
always smiling when he got home.
I really enjoyed it. Medicine was always something like I never thought I would like, but you watch the TV shows and stuff. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I wasn't going to school to be a doctor, or nurse, or anything.
yeah.
And I enjoy like the out of hospital stuff. So yeah, I love.
Did you ever give anybody the wrong thing? Like you're supposed to give them, this, but you actually.
no.
Only paramedics can do that, right?
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
There's a whole system for that. So if my partner had to give something, he would kind of show me, and we would just double, triple.
so you were more the
everything.
driver then, because they
Yeah.
had to
Since
give.
he was a medic, I was more.
Okay.
driver. So if there was anything pretty critical, he would take it. But a lot of the time, he would pawn stuff off on me because as an ALS rig, you're running all the high priority calls.
What's
So,
ALS, though?
Advanced life support. That's paramedic. Yeah, sorry.
No, I know.
Yeah.
And then,
So
no, go ahead.
yeah, we were ALS rig. So if anything pretty critical happened, we were always there. But sometimes we get something that sounded like it would be cool, sound like it would be something serious, but sometimes it wasn't. So I would take those to kind of lighten the load on
Yeah,
it a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. So it was fun. It was really fun. Sometimes I miss it because my favorite part was driving. Lights and sirens. It was freaking awesome.
Yeah, how many stupid people don't
Is
move
it code 3? Do you guys call it code 3?
that don't move over for you
Oh
guys?
man, there's so many times where people would pass me. There's a couple times where I would be driving code 3. Maybe I had a patient in the back, so that's why if you ever seen an ambulance kind of driving a little slow, lights and sirens,
Yeah.
they're probably doing.
I used to get right behind them because then I could just follow and pass everybody. Just keep going now.
Yeah, but I've had people cut me off while running lights and sirens, and
Yeah.
people here some people
They're just entitled.
they're just.
I think they forget when they got their driver's license,
And there was one, I remember one time he was doing an event, special event. Softball, was it?
Yeah.
He was doing softball. And then I'm looking around and it's just him and the rig.
Oh, that was wild.
My anxiety freaking went through the roof. I'm like, my son is here by himself.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
Where was the partner?
there's plenty of those events where
no,
you're
it's where
by
he's
yourself.
just by himself.
Oh, sheesh.
And I'm just like,
Wow.
what? Dude, he's in charge of this. Every single person in this park comes under his care
Wow.
if something happens.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
as a parent, your anxiety goes up. Like,
Yeah.
what if he messes up? What if he gets 2 or 3 patients?
Honestly, that was honestly a big like confidence builder, having a patient and just kind of getting thrown in the deep end.
Yeah.
In a weird way, it was like at first the nerves took over, but you really
Because
can't-
you did
can't
have
let that happen.
you did have a patient that
Not
day,
that
right?
day, no.
Oh no.
But there were a couple times where stuff would happen, and I'd just be the only guy there until the ambulance showed up. So it was a huge confidence builder. In that aspect, it was nice.
So then you were liking that, but your goal was to be fire.
Yeah, 100%.
So then did you like test for Henderson and everybody?
Anywhere and everywhere.
You just were like turning in apps and
Yeah.
is
So-
it like police where you go and you interview? Like, is it this? I mean, same
Well,
process.
before
or-
that, I kind of like there was a buddy of mine who we went to high school together, and he's on the fire department here for Las Vegas Fire.
Okay.
So I took him and Kevin, like bought him lunch. let
So
him
would
ask
you
him-
say the Lucero name helped you get on, or at all?
No.
No.
This is what I used to tell my kids: your name will get you the interview.
Yeah.
Like Morgan could have been an RA at UNLV. I got him the interview, but you got to kill the interview. I mean,
Yeah.
I can get you there, but I can't promise anything after that. But
Yeah.
so
Well,
that's kind of
he
what you did. You
yeah, but he
introduced
didn't.
them.
He didn't end up going to Las Vegas Fire.
Oh,
So Kevin did, but he didn't. But I took him there, and then
so okay. So people don't know there's Clark County.
Yes. So
Las Vegas Fire is just the city of Las Vegas,
yes.
It's
and then
pretty-
Henderson.
It's pretty funny because a lot of people think that we're a Las Vegas Fire Department,
Right.
right? Like they can't distinguish the red and yellow trucks. But
You guys would
this
be
might sound a
yellow.
little
Clark
bad,
County's
but
yellow,
yeah,
right?
Clark County's probably as good as it gets as far as like working in Las Vegas.
And it's
Like, a lot of-
bigger,
Yeah, a lot of people
a lot
think
more
Las Vegas
people, right?
Yeah, a lot of people think Las Vegas Fire Rescue is the Strip, downtown, everywhere. But we have the biggest area by far. Like you can
all
work,
of Clark County.
you can work anywhere. You can work if you wanted to in Henderson. You can work Southwest. You can work Summerlin. We cover the whole strip.
Mount Charleston, Lake Mead.
The only thing we really don't have, we actually have Mount Charleston.
Yeah.
The only thing we don't have is downtown and like the northeast area. We have, I guess we have northwest. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, we have northeast.
So like
these
Centennial
sides.
area or whatever.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys,
the only thing
you
we
guys
don't
wouldn't have that. Who would have that
have. That's
Las Vegas City.
in Centennial Heights Hill?
If you look
area?
at the boundaries, like Las Vegas City comes from here, and then it goes northwest.
Oh.
And then all this is county.
I would have never thought.
And then
that.
Henderson is this little spot here.
But
But I mean, they're county, so they could go anywhere they want.
Right.
even then, yeah, we do a lot of mutual aid stuff too. So
Sure.
if something big enough happens, we're going to Henderson. We're going, helping them out up the northwest, northeast. Our northeast stations, that place burns, so we have a lot of mutual aid with Northtown Fire or City Fire. So here, you get a little bit of everything, anything you want. We even have Laughlin, which is a good time.
So give us the day in a life of Ethan. When you get there.
A busy day or a boring day?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, because again, I'm used to watching Chicago Fire, like they're cooking, then they get the call right as they're about to
This
eat.
dude can cook.
So
can
what's just so if people are interested in doing fire,
Yeah,
like
so
like the work, how do you know when you can go work out and not work out? Do they like let each sector know, okay, it's your hour to go work out or not, or
So pretty much, I get to the station probably around 6:30 now. As a rookie, it was always 6 o'clock
PM or AM?
a.m.
Okay.
As a rookie, it was always 6 a.m. But now probation is over, so I kind of
Don't give them another dime, man.
maybe 6:30. Our shift doesn't technically start to 7:30, but
Oh my gosh! So you're still giving them an
Oh,
hour? I figured you started at 7 and you were giving them a half
No.
hour.
Well, he's still bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
He's not a rookie, but he's still bottom
I'm
of
still
the
the
totem
junior
Okay.
guy,
So you
so-
start at 7:30, but you're there.
yeah. So
Because you take your gear with you. You don't leave it there at that.
so
place, or-
me being like a rover, what we call it, bouncing around stations. Most of the time, I carry my gear with me in my car, so
Okay.
I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
But since I've been at the station for a little while,
Oh, you can
I leave my
leave it.
gear there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I have a locker. I normally get in. I put my stuff by the engine on whatever seat I'm going to be on, or the rescue.
And how do you? Sorry, I know. I'm excited for these people. So how do, like, is there a board that, like, when you get there it says Ethan's on this?
Some stations will do that. But,
Okay.
most of the time, the rotation's already set in stone.
Oh,
you already
okay.
know. Like,
Oh, okay.
we do it in blocks of 3 at my station. So I'll have the engine cook, or I'm sorry, we do it by the paramedic, since that's kind of the rig is dependent on where they're at.
Oh,
So if
okay.
the engineer's the medic, I'm going to be on the engine, and there's really no way around it. But if the firefighter paramedic's on the engine, then me and my other senior firefighter will kind of switch off. And we do that in blocks of 3. So the engineer medic will be on one rig for 3 shifts, and then the firefighter paramedic will be on the other 3 shifts.
Okay.
That's kind of how we do
So
it.
you get there. Is it like where the boots are on the ground and the uniforms like there? So when you step in, you really
That's
stepping into the boots
The
and
turnout.
and the turnout just comes
boots.
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's the thing.
It's
So,
by the engine, right?
So you're just sitting there.
It just depends. I keep mine in the engine.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We get fire calls, but it's not all that often. And normally you just want to get in the rig and go. So it's a little bit faster. Like, there's enough room in there where you can just put your boots in there. And then if you need to get dressed, you get dressed in the engine.
Oh, so you wouldn't get dressed first, jump in?
Some people do. I don't
Okay.
like to. I like
Okay.
to just be in the rig. That way nobody's waiting on me.
Okay.
So, yeah, I normally put my boots down, put all my stuff near the engine, find whoever I'm relieving.
What's the
Get
stuff?
them
What's the
out there.
stuff that you need to like organize to start the shift? You already said boots and pants, which are called
Yeah.
turnouts.
So I
And then-
keep my boots, which have all my tools and all my rope and stuff and everything in it. My jacket, my flash hood, which is that little, I guess,
Fire resistant
Yeah.
hood.
the little thing you see us wearing, and then helmet, mask, and I have a little EMS bag with just quick stuff I might need on the EMS call. And then I have a little tool bag with me, which usually just keeps like an extra pair of shorts, extra shirt,
You gotta carry all that with you.
some tools that I might need but aren't as important as the other ones.
Is it like
gloves.
on your belt, or it's just in
No,
the
it's
rig?
literally just a little tool bag that I just
Oh.
throw in there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I don't
So it's
like-
not with you when you're fighting the fire.
No.
It's in the, okay.
That's just kind of little nuances that I might need, but it's not
Okay.
like, important that it carried on me.
And then when you get to the scene, you already know where you're going to go because of your seating, or
Yep.
like
So
what you're in
that's-
charge of or whatever.
Yeah, that stuff's usually predetermined. We call it SOGs, standard operating guidelines, and that's for stations. Different stations have different SOGs. So like my station is like fireside gets to have all the fun. So whoever's fireside, they pull the hose, they get the nozzle, and they go fight fire.
Yeah.
While the other guy kind of backs them up, has the tools or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Um,
And what's your favorite one to do?
fighting fire.
Fighting fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the junior guy, so I get lucky. So every time we've had a fire, I'm on the nozzle.
So fighting fires, it's the least amount of experience. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, in a weird way, yeah, because they want you to get that experience.
Not only that freaking hose is an ass kicker.
It sucks. But it's
So do you? Not. I kind
hard
of
to
want.
believe, huh?
No, I kind of want to say something from the
Chicago fire.
no from the L.A. fires.
Uh-huh.
There was a video that a lady did that said when she shows up, people want them to look like her. I don't know if you've seen the video, but there's a lady who's kind of big,
employee?
actually. Yeah, a firefighter.
So a
She's-
firefighter. Fire
well,
chief.
I think she's. It was
it
one of
the
those
lady that
three.
said, if I have to go rescue,
Yeah.
husband,
If
he shouldn't be in that position.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
but
that's
but
stupid.
right at the beginning of that, she said, people people call us. They want to see someone that looks like them. Now, for me, who's not a firefighter, but I've been a police,
Yeah.
I don't think when anyone calls for the police or fire, I don't think they care what the person looks like.
Absolutely.
And I don't think they want probably a 6'4" burly guy, period, so they could carry him out. Not right. So I don't know why she said that, but anyhow,
to kick the door down.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in. I don't think anybody really cares what you look like,
Yeah.
and as long as you get the job done. Right? I'm a small dude, but if I had to go in and get somebody, I'm gonna do it
Yeah,
by
yeah.
any means necessary.
So have you had to carry anyone out of a
I haven't
fire
yet.
yet? No?
Not
Okay.
yet.
You'll get there. You got only 30 years
I got
to
30.
go.
And some people, it's like
Uh,
police and firing their guns. Some people never
yeah,
do it.
I never
He'll
shot
never have
anyone.
to carry them out because the cops do it before they get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Cops are usually putting up the tape by the time.
Yeah. So have you ever like they just had all these fires in LA and they got there and fire hydrants didn't have water.
Mhm.
Is that common?
Well,
Or have you been to one where like you went to the fire hydrant and you turned it and there was no water?
so we're pretty good at like kind of catching that stuff before it happens, catching like out of service hydrants. So I've speaking from personal experience, I've never heard of it. Even guys I've talked to have never really
Not in
had that
Vegas.
problem.
Not
And
in
we've
Vegas.
definitely never had a fire big enough to tax our water system that
Okay.
much.
Okay.
But I've been on fires where there are no hydrants, and
And is it true you have to then there's water inside the fire
The rig.
yeah,
the rig?
So we carry some rigs carry 500, and then some carry 750.
gallons,
Yeah.
right?
Kind of depends on where you're at. My rig,
Doesn't seem like a whole lot for a fire.
it's really
but-
not. It's not a lot at all.
So what happens if you have you just keep bringing more rigs if there's no, I mean, is there, where would you go that there's no fire? Now you got me like, no fire
You let the
hydrants.
fire burn out.
No, but I mean, if there's no fire hydrants, yeah,
like,
once you,
like on the
So we
15.
have-
On the 15, you just let it burn.
oh,
No.
okay.
No.
We have a water tender which carries. I want to say it's either 2,000 or 3,000 gallons.
So that's just a truck with water.
Mhm. That's all it does.
And it shows up at the scene.
If you
Shows
need
up
it.
and usually like we know already. Like if it's out there like near Prim, like we know we're gonna need it.
Oh, okay.
Our cap knows.
Oh, okay.
Or my station, we go down to Pahrump a lot on the Highway 160, and we usually know, like, hey, this is a pretty big fire. We're gonna need a lot of water. Let's get the water tender.
Oh, okay.
So we're usually pretty good at getting that going soon. That way we have all that we need. And as a firefighter, you got to pretty much be very cognizant of, not just dumping water in this fire. You
Okay.
kind of got to be a little strategic, I guess, which was something a little difficult for me to handle because I was a new guy. I just thought, all right, I'm gonna spray as much water as I can. But, it's
Now, do you ever
definitely a
get
little
scared?
fast.
Do you ever get scared when you're that there may be something electrical that when the water hits it? Like, I mean, do you?
Or
So there's
explosives
one-
or exploding tires.
Yeah, there's magnesium. Obviously, they use it in like steering columns and engine blocks. So that I don't know if you guys have ever seen it on like Instagram or when you put water on it, it kind of sparks up like white sparks. So I think it's pretty cool. Like first time I did it, I hit it and I kind of like jumped back. I was like, oh, that was awesome. So I hit it again. And it was just,
So you don't use
that stuff.
foam over water if there's certain things that,
some things you do.
like, would you
foam-
just have your own foam truck, like the water truck,
No,
or
we have foams on our engine.
as
So
well?
It's
So
kind of diluted. So
Oh,
we have
okay.
a foam tank, and then if we need it, the engineer will do their thing. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. They kind of like mixes the concentration into the hose, and we get foam.
okay,
it's
so
like
you just
soap and
mentioned the
water coming
engineer.
Yeah.
That's something that you've not learned yet because you're not there. You're
No, I'm not.
so
anywhere near
that's
being an
the engineer is the person that controls
Yeah,
all
they're
the
the-
stuff that's on the side, right? That has
And the driver.
Yeah, in
The
other words,
engineer's
it's a
the
driver
driver.
operator. So the
Oh,
rig
okay.
is theirs. That's their
Baby.
That's their niche. That's their baby.
Oh, okay.
Everything to do with the rig, that's them. They know what to do and when to do when it pertains to getting water.
Oh, okay. And you're just with the hose running
I'm just the workhorse.
He's the worker bee.
Yeah.
I'm the workhorse.
Because
Me
the
and-
captain is to the right, right? The passenger front?
Yep, me and my other firefighter, we kind of get out. There's a common understanding that we need to do what we need to do, and we just kind of get to work.
now in Chicago Fire, when they go in the room, they always yell, "Fire department, call out! Fire department, call out!" Like, I think it's fake, but when you got this thing on, are you really yelling, "Fire department, call out"?
Do you guys have a microphone on it?
Yeah, we have a little microphone right here.
That projects your voice?
Yeah, amplifies it.
Ah.
They can hear us.
And you can really, like, because it looks like they call all the time and the other guy can hear them. Like, is the radio's comm system pretty good?
Yeah, so our radios are pretty good. They're intrinsically safe, which means they won't heat up to a point where like they'll explode or they'll malfunction. So they won't like basically cause any explosions. So they're meant to be inside of a fire.
And you have a wire that goes up, or
Yeah,
is it
so
just
I like to carry like a little carabiner, and we have these little like
Loops?
yeah, like almost loops sewn into our jackets that
Okay.
we clip it on, and then if we need it, you normally hold the mic up to like your throat, and that's the
okay?
best way to hear you.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They work really well.
Okay.
No,
Because I mean, it seemed like they do in the TV. I'm like, there's no way they
I
work.
don't believe anything on TV anymore.
I know.
Hey,
You don't believe anything, period. So unless it's
Firefighters
way over
Now,
here.
before we run out of time, talk a little bit about the academy experience from beginning to
Oh, man.
from testing to graduating.
So the testing, I tested pretty much as soon as I hit 18 years old. I started testing, and that was just because I was an explorer. I wasn't going to. I was going to wait until I had some certs, but we actually had firefighters that would ask us, like, hey, you put in your application? And if you said no, it was punishment. Like, you're going to do some push-ups.
Hmm.
They want you to. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
That was the object of the program,
yeah,
right?
like,
Is
you
the
want experience. Any experience you can get in any realm of the process, they want you to have. So you got a little remotivation for that. So I got one of those, and I was like, yeah, screw that. I'm not getting that again. I'm gonna go put in my application. And then it was a little weird for me because I was starting testing around COVID time, so they weren't doing it in person. So we had to, like, all of our interviews were pre-recorded, which I hated because I was
God, I
not good.
do they give you like 2-3 chances to do? I had to do it once. Oh, this is your last chance. I'm like, shit. So I had to go with it.
That sounds terrible. I was like, and then
But you have to dress up though.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
get- there was one, my first one I ever did. I just got so frustrated that I just sent it. Like I was like, what? I'm so tired of this. I'm done. I want to go to bed. I'm just gonna send this and see what happens. And obviously, like I didn't get it. And then as more testing processes, like the better I got. Right? You kind of know what questions you're gonna get. You know what to expect. So it's a little bit easier to practice. So I tested for 2 years, put in applications with Henderson City, County, and I think the only one I never did was Northtown, just because they weren't hiring.
Hmm.
And then the farthest I ever made it, besides getting hired, of course, was Henderson. I had a Chiefs interview, which I thought went pretty well, but I guess they thought differently. But that was in person, so
Now, in that interview, do you throw out that your dad's a 25-year
no.
cop
Neither of
to
them.
kind of
I don't think I did.
no?
Neither of
I
them
might
did.
have. You know, when they asked if why you want to be a firefighter, maybe throw it
That's
out
the
there.
way to throw it. Well, my dad was a Metro law enforcement officer, and they're the best in the world. So for 25 years, so
And he probably knows you.
So I did that.
But how was the testing though? Was it hard? The written test or
No,
whatever?
the written test is pretty easy. They have everything online. All the study material you ever need.
mm,
And as soon as you take one, you know what you're going to get.
Right.
Most of them. I don't know if it's changed now, but
now is there an age like for police? You got to be 21,
18.
so 18 to
18
be a
you
okay.
can start testing. Some people get hired at 18. I know this last
Rare.
class we just graduated was a lot of like 19, 20, 21-year-olds.
Wow.
A lot of young guys. I was like the third youngest in my academy.
Did you have any like females in your group or?
Yeah, we had a couple. We had 4 or 5 that started. 2 that graduated.
Oh, okay. So speaking of that, a lot of people, both police, fire, start right, say with 50, and then you graduate with 35 or whatever. Like me, we started with 50 and we graduated with 36. How many did you start with and end up
We
with?
had a pretty big class. I want to say it was 80. We started with 80, and then by the first day we maybe left with 75. And then by the first week we maybe had 65. And then I'd say they really stopped dropping off in big chunks around like week 10 or 11.
And how many weeks total is it?
20.
So how many did you end up graduating with?
58.
So you lost 22. Okay. And those 58 are spread throughout all of Clark County.
Yeah, now they are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of those dropped off during
Yeah,
probation
we
too.
lost a couple too. Yeah.
Oh, during the probation.
Yeah, they got fired or resigned or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Because they just
Numerous
weren't cutting
reasons,
it or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't cutting it. Yeah.
But you had enough spaces for the 80 if they had all passed, or do they know that certain
I
amount,
think-
like police, we usually know
I
a
think
certain
they-
amount of number, so we always go higher, knowing that when
Yeah.
it's all said and done.
I think they know, and we had more than that. We had a lot of guys that were riding fifth man,
Mm.
and we.
And normally it's
to-
four, right?
Yeah, 4 to a rig. So there was more than enough
Okay.
firefighters. That we graduated.
What are some of the cool things you did in the academy, though? What's it?
I did a lot of cool. We had a lot of fun. One thing you'll hear around the Clark County Fire Department is the academy is the most fun you never want to have again. Like all your buddies, you're going through the same thing, and it's a whole lot of fun. But yeah, we had a technical rescue day that was super fun. We do a lot of cool stuff. Doing the ladder bailout, which you basically jump head first out of a window, grab on the ladder, and then kind of swing your body around and slide down it. That was fun.
So you're jumping out and trying to grab this ladder as you're going
No,
through.
you have to grab the
So
ladder.
you're head first, and then you have to like kind of grasp the ladder like this, and then swing your body around, and then catch yourself with your legs, and then you slide down. Obviously, we were tethered, so we had a.
Oh, okay.
It's
we
still
had a
scary.
harness on.
Yeah,
Still scary.
That was probably one of the more fun.
And,
Wow.
then, and then you actually have to go in a fire, right? Like crawl.
We
Well,
had 3 fires. We did. We had 2 acquired structures that we burned down. So that was a whole lot of fun.
what does that mean? An actual house you guys
We had an
burned?
actual house that the county bought for us, just to burn down. Which we found out they bought it because they were building a fire station right there. So
Oh,
there were
cool.
a couple
Convenient.
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
a couple condemned houses that the county bought. They're like, hey, you use this for training. So we had a big old burn that day. That was pretty fun. We slid down hose lines. Like there was a hose line, charged hose line. Jumped out of the window, grabbed onto it, and kind of slid down it. That was fun.
What? That's awesome.
We did.
I would do that.
We did rappelling. There's a lot of cool
Did
stuff.
you guys do the where you cut the cars open?
We did that, yeah.
What is that called?
Extrication.
Extrication.
Yeah, we did. One
And
of
did
those.
you during the academy? Do you guys like sleep at the building, or you just
we go home.
it's like an 8 to 5 Monday
Mhm.
through Friday type thing?
So we get there around 6 a.m. Get your stuff situated. Get ready for the day. Clean up.
And class don't start till 8.
Yeah,
You're
we
getting
don't
there
get
at
paid till
6.
Like 8, yeah.
Shh. But at least you got paid during the academy,
Inspection
right?
starts at 8, and then we just kind of deer in the headlights for however many hours.
So during inspections, do they police? We would have these cards in our pocket, penal codes, and they'd pull it out, and on one side it would say like 459 PC, which is burglary, and on the other side it would be the elements of the crime. So when they pull the card out, they'd say, okay, they would either say what the elements are, and then you'd have to say 459, or they'd say 459, you'd have to say the elements.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get it right, they would do it one more time, and then if you got it right, you're good. If you got it wrong, you'd have to write a 250-word memo.
Yeah, we didn't have anything like that. No.
No?
No, nothing like that. Well, they would ask us questions like early on. It was like about the county, like kind of see what we know, how many stations we have, apparatus, stuff like
okay.
that. Who the chief was, questions like that.
Like if you have a fire over in Southern Highlands, what district's that?
Not even that.
Oh.
No, they just asked like cross streets for stations.
Oh, shit, that'd be even harder, I think.
It was tough. A lot of people didn't really
Wow.
grasp that one.
Okay.
But
And then do they rank you guys?
yep, we had a
So does if someone ends up number 1, do they get their pick of their choice of where they want to go, or
no,
is it
so it's
the head honchos tell you guys where you're
head
going?
honcho tells us everything, but it is seniority based. So obviously number 1 has the most seniority in our class.
Oh, okay.
I was middle of the road. I was 23. So I was top 5 in book work. I all the tests were all me. Like I always scored in the top. And then we started doing other graded things, and I kind of fell off a little bit because I was this little skinny runt. I couldn't like, I guess, work as fast, as some of the guys that were a little bit bigger than me.
Yeah,
So
you
I was like,
pass.
hey.
That's all that matters.
And I kind of knew that, which is why I really hit the bookwork hard. I was like, I'm not going to be last.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to be towards the bottom. If anything, at the very minimum, I want to be in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
If not, in the top 10.
And so, like, if you didn't answer something right, did they just make you do push-ups or what?
Push-ups.
Always that was always the punishment, pretty
Push-ups
much.
or air squats, and the air squats were
Air
worse
squats.
because they would make us
With all your gear on or whatever.
No, it's
Oh.
class B.
Oh.
Make sure it was nice and iron polished, boots polished, stuff like that. Yeah, it was fun.
And we actually got to go to Family Day, like right before they
That's the one I
graduated.
think that Rocio sent me of the video,
Yes.
the
Yeah,
that
stairs
was a lot
or
of fun.
something.
Oh, that was different, yeah. But no, there was a video that his academy class put together also. But no, we went there and some of the stuff they did, there's no way I could do it. And like whatever that bag or whatever, the hose, pulling up the hose like 3 stories. I
Yeah.
tried for like 2 minutes. I'm like, here you go, EJ.
So
And
they-
this kid with like 3 seconds, he has it up already. I'm like, what the?
They put us through these things called skills courses, which is that was our grades outside of bookwork. They would grade us on that type of stuff, and that was basically just like strength and agility.
Yeah.
Like we would have 10 skills in a row, and around the training center, and they'd just be like, "All right, time starts now. Go ahead." So the thing he's talking about, we had a hose hoisting thing, just kind of for like forearm grip strength. 4 stories, pony roll, which is 5-inch hose. I forget how much it weighs.
Heavy.
It's over 100 pounds.
It's heavy.
And you have to just hoist it up, and it sucks, but you just kind of get it done.
Yeah.
And then there's the charged hose line drag. You just put it over your shoulder, and you just run.
How many
over.
yards?
I don't remember. I think
It was far at the Family
I think
Day.
it's 150 feet.
That thing was far.
3 sticks of hose, 150
Yeah.
feet.
And did you do the? I don't know if this is just a city because Chris Goodwin, I think he works for the city, not Clark County.
Mhm.
He's a firefighter, but he had this thing where you do the stairs at the sphere or something.
Yeah, we did that twice.
Stratosphere, yeah.
Stratosphere. That's what's called a sphere now. They took
Is
the
it?
strat. It's called the strat, not the
No.
sphere,
Yeah.
just the
No.
strat.
To me, it's Stratosphere.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So you do that.
We did that
And
twice.
it's 100. How many flights or whatever?
116, I think.
Okay.
Or 108, something like that.
And then
It's a lot.
your dad showed me the video of you running the strip
Oh, yeah.
for graduation or something.
That was probably the coolest thing I've ever
Yeah,
done.
that was awesome.
That
man.
looks
So-
stupid. I hate running. Because you're in full gear, right? You're
We
in
were
your
in full
boots
gear, but
and
it's-
everything.
It was one of those things.
You're
where,
running
like,
in boots, not
No, we're
tennis
in-
shoes. Oh, you were in tennis shoes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they didn't have their
those
fire
things.
boots.
Those things will mess you up if you run those. But yeah, that was. It's kind of like that. Like it was like a huge sense of pride because like we're the only fire department in the whole entire world that runs the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, really?
That's us. No one
So
else.
where do you start at the Strat?
We
and-
started at the T-Mobile.
There's a
and then we
station
ran-
there.
We ran all the way down to Station 32, which is at the top of the ball.
Oh,
And so
okay.
we're running down there, we're kicking cadence, and it's echoing off of all the high-rise buildings. It was awesome. It was probably the coolest thing I've ever done.
Tourist stop. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it's probably
Like
the coolest
tourists
thing
are
I've
like,
ever done.
What are they? Who are
And
they?
and Metro's blocking everything for
Yeah.
you, or
Metro and
Mutual
and our fire
aid.
trucks.
Mutual
So
aid.
we had Station 18 down there, Station 32, kind of, they had the trucks out, they were spraying water on us.
do we have a Station 19 here?
Mhm.
Because there's a TV show called Station 19.
Yeah, it was
You
Based
and your
out of
TV
Washington.
shows. It's not.
I don't
like
watch
that.
it
It's not
anymore,
like
but-
that.
Um,
yeah, down there by
They
the
actually
airport.
they actually ran the Strat after that.
Yeah, we did the strat after that.
Right after that, they ran the Strat.
oh, screw
See, and I
that.
said it, the Strat.
Yeah, no way. No thanks.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So
Yeah.
your goal is like to
Retire healthy.
move to like engine or do the paramedic thing or whatever.
Both.
Yeah, so
Hopefully.
my short-term goal is, get all these we have little classes that we have to do. Well, not have to, but it's like an option, like fire instructor. I want to teach an academy one day.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's kind of why I go to Explorers to kind of get into that. We have, different like officer classes that you need in order to promote. We have the engineer academy. just to get credentials, any certifications that I
Yeah.
can get, I'm gonna get.
Yeah, but
Diving.
now's the
I
time
want
while
him to
you're
be a
young,
diver.
man.
We don't do that.
Because since you start at 21, what's the
30.
so you could be done at 51, and you were done at.
50. And I
But he would have 30. You only had
yeah,
25.
and I started
right?
late. I started at 24,
Yeah.
25.
So just think at that, and then you go get another job. Well, I don't know. Maybe
No,
your
you're not getting a
retirement
job.
will be
I don't
He's
think
so.
he's gonna go hunting with me.
Hopefully, your retirement will be
I'll
so
be 80
good
years
that-
old hunting with him.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. Well, we're excited to have you on here and
Yeah,
talk
that's
about.
awesome.
We
Two
want
stories.
we want you to be careful out there. And
Oh, we didn't even get to the cooking. We didn't even get to how they.
we didn't even get to
clean.
like what the day in the life was. So you we
whole
got
full
there.
day.
You got there. You throw the
Real
stuff.
quick rundown.
Yeah.
You get there, you throw the stuff.
6:30 a.m. Throw my stuff down by the engine to rescue, whatever I'm gonna be on, rescue ambulance,
Okay.
whatever I'm gonna be on. Throw my stuff down. Usually everybody's waiting in the kitchen, just having a cup of coffee. Go in there like, hey, like who's on the engine? Get them out of there. Usually gives me the rundown, like anything we used, anything that's changed, anything wrong with the station, anything to report at all. They usually tell us, and then they get their stuff off. I throw all my stuff on. I usually check out the rigs, so all my medical equipment, all the fire stuff, make sure all the hoses are how I like it. You know, make sure all the saws run, all the small motors, generators, fan, anything. Make sure it's all running, topped off. And then I usually do my cleaning duties. I'm the junior guy, so I gotta clean bathrooms, everybody's bathroom. And then my crew usually we usually go to the gym in the morning, so we go get a nice workout in. We usually do all our shopping at the Albertsons right there. We make a meal plan, shop, whatever we're gonna make, and then get back to the station. We start cooking, and then we might have lunch. Oh, on weekdays it's lunch, weekends it's breakfast. We have. I'm not much of a cooker. I'm still learning. So my senior firefighter.
I wouldn't get the job because I don't cook.
My senior firefighter is a great cook, so he's been teaching me a lot of stuff about that. So still learning, still getting there. But yeah, some of the restaurants are ruined for me because eating at a firehouse is some of the best meals you ever had.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Especially guys who've been on for a long time, they've been cooking religiously for a
Now,
long time.
When you shop, you guys are pitching in? It's not the
Yeah, no.
county's
it's
money,
not
right?
county. We all
Is it the taxpayers' money, or is it coming out of
If
your
it is
own?
the taxpayers, I don't care.
Or do
They
you all
deserve it.
or do you all like have to
It's
pitch
their own
in?
personal
no,
money.
we all pitch in.
And
We all-
do you do that ahead of time, or how do you?
It just depends. Like me, I'm not bid in or anything. It's not my station officially, so I usually pitch in every shift. But most of the guys, it's $80 a set for us. So
What's a set consist of?
5 shifts?
5 shifts. Okay.
24 on, 24 off. So they'll throw in their $80-$100, and then I'll just throw in like $15-$20 as the shifts goes by.
And so, if they have $300, they gotta shop and stick to that.
Yeah.
And no
So-
beer, none of that stuff.
Yeah, beer.
What about like soda? Do they?
Oh yeah. This is a hot topic on my station because those guys love their snacks, but we like to eat. It's kind of hard to budget when all these guys want snacks and they want all this good food. So you kind of have to balance cooking on a budget versus getting all the snacks, and keeping all these guys happy. And
Like, do you guys eat organic stuff, or do you buy just the
whatever's
cheap?
cheapest.
Okay.
Whatever's the cheapest.
He just got a Costco membership just so he can buy in bulk.
Okay.
Because
So
he
Ah,
was using mine. He's like, Dad, we got to go to Costco. Then he finally got his own.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it can be tough sometimes. You want to make a real good meal, but you gotta.
And you gotta cook. Is it like sandwiches mostly for lunch, and you're just cooking for dinner,
It just kind of depends.
or
Like,
you're cooking every freaking? Someone's cooking every freaking
they
meal.
cook 3-course meals.
some people really harp on these are lunch meals and these are dinner meals. Some people are a little bit more lax,
Okay.
but generally there's an understanding that there's certain sandwiches, salads, soups or whatever is generally lunch, and then there's obviously dinner meals that you think of.
What, steak, chicken?
And nothing like
that.
TV dinners.
No.
None of that stuff. That would be me.
There's
I'm cooking and I got the TV dinners.
There's horror stories that people have done that before, and it doesn't usually end up.
And then at what time do you guys like? And then you're watching TV.
in between.
Oh, yeah, changing now between probation and now.
It's a whole nother world, you know, on the other side.
Well, so you had to clean. So you have to clean all the toilets and everything.
Oh yeah, as a junior guy, I still
Well, there
have to
ain't
do
that many, right? There's 3, 4?
Like how
Just
clean is clean? Like yeah.
Just wipe them down.
Oh, okay.
Every week we usually.
Like does someone just so my buddy said there was a lot of hazing going on when he was there. So do you find that when like you'll clean the toilet and then a dude just to
Explodes it.
no just to piss you off will like pee all over it and then you have to
No.
clean it again or
No, not with any of the crews I've worked.
oh
with.
okay
Now, there are some crews that do that.
I'm sure there are, but I haven't worked with any. But it's pretty chill. Like as a rookie, like I was always the guy to do it, and it was just on me, which is fine. Like I didn't mind, you know. Obviously, like I'm the new guy. It's kind of all in the way you look at it. Being a rookie is that you're doing all these things, and
oh boy
it's kind of paying these firemen, these captains, these engineers back for teaching you.
right
So it's kind of like a thank you almost. Thank you for giving me your time. Because if they could just watch TV all day and they don't have to do anything with you. They don't have to train or do any of that. But a lot of these guys take time out of the day to like train with me, make sure I'm dialed. And my kind of like thank you is okay. I'm gonna make you dessert this shift.
oh,
You know,
okay.
I'm gonna bring in I'm bringing a treat. I'm gonna clean up your station. You know, I'm gonna make sure everything's nice. I'm gonna clean up the rigs. You know, just kind of you as a rookie, you find little ways to say thank you.
And then you sleep on like cots and you have to do your own
No, they got
laundry and all
bedrooms.
that.
We have little twin beds. They're pretty comfortable.
They got college bedroom type things.
Oh, okay.
Just like a college dorm.
Yeah.
Okay. But
walls,
then
with
you have to
walls.
share it with someone?
Across the platoons, yeah,
Okay.
but everybody. Has
No, but
their
he
own.
means when you're sleeping, is it just you or is it 2
No,
guys?
They're
in there?
separated. dorms.
Oh, okay.
So 1 per room.
Yeah, one per room.
And if no calls in the middle of the night, you get to sleep all night.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See, but that's what I was trying to get, like, because the term probation, he wants to do stuff because you're not allowed in the room.
Yeah, for sure. During probation, you want to be as busy as you can.
You're
Running
not allowed in the
calls-
certain.
Running calls is the best thing that ever happened. to me. And a lot of people complain, but
Because you can't just go and sit on the couch?
Nope.
Heck
No,
no.
you have to. You're either training, you're either cleaning, or that's it.
Oh, you have a little room with a desk that you can
Yeah,
read
where
your
Where
book.
you're studying.
Wow.
There's no lazy boys. There's no math. There's
No movie.
TV, no-
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
And then do you have a minimum of how long you can go to the gym, like, or max, like, or could you spend 5
Well, they're on
hours
call.
there if you-
Yeah,
They're on
we-
No, I know,
we
but
don't go out of service for that, so you can spend all day if you wanted to.
Wow.
Normally we maybe an hour or two,
Yeah.
whatever workout you want to do.
You guys do them individually or as a team?
So it just depends on the crew. Like a lot of crews do skills courses and team workouts, or they do stairs where they're all doing it together. Us, we like to lift a lot at my crew that I've been with.
Yeah,
So-
it shows.
So me and the firefighters,
you see him just made his chest.
me and the firefighters usually get a lift in while, maybe Cap's doing his own thing, engineers doing their own thing. So, or they might join in with us if they feel like lifting that day.
But do they talk to you though, even when you're on probation,
Oh, yeah.
right? Or
Oh,
do
yeah.
they just be like, you're right? Like, we had a guy when you were on training, you had to always have if he was talking in the car, you had to have your hand on the car, and he wouldn't let you come into the restaurant to eat with the other guys while you were on FTO. He'd make you stay out in
Really?
the car. There was some of that.
That's garbage.
We
Yeah,
we were.
but
I have a little bit of a special situation just because I was with the same crew for
because you're a Lucero. No.
for a majority of my probation. I was with the same crew, so I built a pretty good relationship with them from day one, pretty much. So obviously, they poke fun at me, but yeah, just because I'm a rookie, they have their fun, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You hear it all the time, but nothing ever like malicious. Everything was in good fun.
Good.
at the station, we're always laughing. Like
Nice.
there's never like a down moment. Like it's literally you're going to work with your buddies. It doesn't
Okay.
even feel like work sometimes.
Sweet.
So it's pretty good. It's a good deal.
All right.
And he does a lot with his academy buddies off duty
Yeah,
too.
dude,
So
yeah, I like to keep up with those guys.
yeah.
All right. Well, Jerry's going to kill us on this one.
Sorry, Jerry. You can blame Ethan.
So,
Just ask me questions.
story time.
We'll keep it to one since we went over.
Yeah. This is another story time. Whatever you want to.
Yeah,
Something-
so,
something
Do
fire,
the one
I'm
from
s-
Europe.
Something from Fire, I would think.
Yeah,
probably right.
a good one. Let's see.
All right, so I got a good one. So yeah, right. At my station, I was saying we go up to Pahrump a lot, Highway 160. So it was in the middle of the night. We get woken up for car accident, whatever. I can't remember. It was pretty low priority initially. They didn't even know if there was a car. They knew vague. It was very vague, the details we got. So we bum up there. You know, we're all kind of like half dead, just super tired in the middle of the night, and that drive sucks because it's boring. There's nothing out there. So we bum up there, and units kind of start getting on scene because our engine's big and slow. So it kind of takes us a little while. So community ambulance got on scene, and then they start kind of giving us these little details here and there until they finally hit us with the big one. This guy's trapped. He needs to be cut out. So me and my firefighter look at each other. We're like, all right, it's go time. Like, this is my first time ever doing this. I'm amped. Like, I went from being half dead to like wired in like 3 seconds. So I'm ready to go. And then they start hitting us with some other details. Nothing too crazy. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm cutting this dude out. This is going to be awesome. So we get up there, and it was just getting out of the rig, doing my little size up of the scene. It was probably the craziest thing I've ever seen, right? So we park our engine probably 10 feet from the car, and this car, it was a wrong way driver on Highway 160, and I guess he swerved and hit the guardrail. He sideswiped the guardrail. The guardrail went straight through his driver door, like cut clean, like a hot knife through butter. Cut clean through it, and took both of his legs off, right above the knee.
Wow.
So, yeah, we get there, and
And he was still trapped?
mhm,
I think just pull him right out of the window.
he was pinned. So it was one of my buddies from my academy. I told him, like, hey man, go get the tools. I'm gonna pull a hose line real quick because that's one of our SOPs. You just got to do it. So I pulled it, and then I go get close to the car, kind of assess it a little bit more. And I remember stepping out of the rig, and there's a Pahrump BC battalion chief that yells at me, and I'm freaking tunnel vision. I don't even know what's going on. And he's like, hey man, watch where you're stepping. You almost just stepped on a foot. And I looked down, and this dude's foot and ankle was just like right underneath my foot. And I was like, oh man,
Wow.
that's crazy. Like, that's just insane. And I'm still like probably 10 feet from the car. I'm still a good distance from the car. So I kind of just like, that was my moment where I was like, all right, I need to slow down a little bit. So I did my thing, pulled all our tools. I get closer, and yeah, this guy's car is mangled. The roof is kind of sunk in a little bit. The whole front end of the car is gone.
Oh wow.
The guardrail is still through the passenger compartment.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, I get in there, and it wasn't as bloody as you think it would be. Apparently, when they get their legs cut off, they don't bleed very much. So it was a shock. But
I saw that on Chicago Med.
But yeah, we ended up cutting the roof off. Me and my partner and a couple of the Pahrump firefighters. We took the roof, got it off, threw it out the side of the road. And then we just kind of got to work. I got the spreaders, jaws of life, and I lifted the guardrail off of him because part of his leg was still kind of trapped underneath, so we couldn't just pull him out. So I got that off of him. My engineer got up on top of the car and just muscled him up and put him on the backboard. And then it was just kind of game over from there. We just started working him. Then we got him on the gurney. I jumped in the back of the ambulance with my engineer medic. And we just started. We couldn't land the helicopter because it was a windy day. So we just started our 45-minute transport, lights and sirens, to the hospital.
So you leave your rig and go in there, huh?
Yeah. So
Well, they follow them.
my buddy was still on scene, so they had and Cap, so they had to clean up everything, grab all their tools and stuff. So.
And you're required to pick up all the car pieces and
We don't
stuff?
have to do it. No, the tow truck already.
Tow truck does, yeah.
So yeah, they.
So did you do tourniquets?
I didn't get to it.
Oh.
So yeah, the community. I forgot about that. The community guys did. They got one on, but they couldn't quite get to the other leg. So as soon as we got them out, we got the tourniquets on. I think that's all they did on scene. So yeah, we get him in the back, and mind you, this guy's still alive. Like he's still. He's out of it. He's moaning and groaning, but he's alive.
And he was drunk. Or no?
He might have been.
Oh.
I don't really remember. But yeah, we get him in the rig and we start hauling butt down Highway 160 on our way to UMC Trauma. I was on the airway, so I shoved the tube down his throat just to breathe for him. My partner was watching the monitor, making sure he doesn't die pretty much.
Right.
Doesn't go into cardiac arrest. We're getting IVs on him, we already had the 2 tourniquets, and then we kind of just cruising pretty much, watching them, making sure, they're getting drugs drawn up, just trying to at least make them more comfortable, Obviously, there's only so much we can do, but they're getting stuff drawn up, and I think we were near the strip on the I-15, and he goes into cardiac arrest. So we all kind of look at each other, we're like, oh crap, time to go to work. So we get the Lucas on him, which is our automated CPR machine, so it does it all for us. So they started doing CPR, and then all of a sudden his right leg starts spurting. Just painted the whole back of the ambulance red. So we're like, oh crap, let's get another tourniquet. And we yanked it as tight as we could, and it didn't hold. So he kept on bleeding, and then we all kind of just looked at the EMT in front driving, and we're like, hey, you need to drive a little bit faster. So, yep, we coded him, started doing compressions. We got him back before we got to the hospital, and then we wheeled him in. Obviously gave Doc the rundown, transferred him over, and then I was kind of just like, I was a little shell-shocked, right? It was my first ever real major trauma. So I was just kind of sitting there watching the docs do their thing, and it was insane. It was crazy. And then at one point, he crashed again. So they worked him, they got him back, and after the last time he crashed, they cut his chest open. They cracked his chest, and they started massaging his heart.
Oh, man.
They went in his chest.
And you stayed there the whole time?
Mm-hmm. We saw the whole time. Well, we had to get our equipment back.
Oh.
We had no choice. But yeah, we just kind of sat there, and to this day, that's easily the craziest. That was a career call for me.
Wow.
I've been on the floor out of the academy maybe 2 months.
Wow.
2-3 months.
I would have quit.
It was very gruesome, but it was.
Do you know if he actually survived?
I don't. I never followed up. No.
Because on Chicago Fire, they always follow up.
The process. The process can be pretty tedious and difficult. There's been some patients I have, but yeah,
It would probably be something off duty that you would have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh? No, I'm saying to follow through if he lived or not.
Well, that was that's a good
a good story. Yeah,
yeah, that was great.
that was a little gruesome, but it's good.
That one made it rounds around the fire department. So I had my buddies from the academy calling me oh dude, that was crazy. Were you on this? I was like, yeah.
Wow.
Me. And they're like,
That's
dude, you had a
crazy.
career call. I was like, yeah, it was awesome.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Be
Thank
safe
you,
out there. And
When you
like,
make
share,
it here, you'll come back.
Yeah, I will. More time.
like, share,
Subscribe.
watch.
Share. We need to get our numbers up, people. Share.
Yeah.
Hopefully now he can.
Or
tell
we're
his
going to be
buddies.
unemployed.
Yeah. Derek's not going to pay me anymore.
Okay.
Sorry, Jerry.
Yeah. All right. Peace out. Till next
Peace. Have
time.
a good weekend. See y'all.